All praises due to the Most High, family. We back with another Acres anime review. I just finished watching episode 18 of Gachiakuta. And this episode, okay, here's the bottom line, family. In this episode, the majority of it was Riyo. Right, we had just seen Jabber defeated Zonka. Zonka's down for the count. And this episode opened up with Jabber getting shot in the leg, right? And we're all like, including Jabber, what the heck just happened? What's going on here? And then we cut. So who do we tap in with? Is, for the most part, for the majority of the episode, it's Riyo and the static electricity girl, the static electricity hair girl that Riyo's fighting, right? And this fight was basically everything I was expecting Zonka versus Jabber to be. If I'm being honest. The Jabber Zonka rematch kind of lackluster, right? Zonka really didn't put up much of a fight, to be honest with you. So Jabber beat him easily. Anyhow, but this fight was much more interesting. First of all, so we have Riyo and this hair girl. They kind of opening each other up, like, right? They doing they 1-2. They 1-2, right? And because like when you fight, you start to learn your opponent, right? So they kind of noticing a couple things about each other, like, oh, okay, like where you from? What was your last job? Or literally what they're wondering and asking each other about, right? And so basically, we learned that this static electricity hair girl, she's a raider now, but before. She's from a warrior village, like word to Naruto type stuff, right? And so that's why she got hands for real, and she got reflexes, and Riyo tried to get the drop on her in the middle of the fight. Like she ran around the corner, hid for a second, tried to pop out and surprise her, and in the surprise attack, we tried to cut her hair for real. That's what we really tried to do, because that's her main weapon at this point. But she maneuvers her hair in a way that she dodges the attack. And then in her words, she said she can move her hair as if it got nerve endings, right? I don't think she means literally. I just think she means like, hey, like I can move in a way like, I'm a warrior, like I'm in tune with my anatomy for real, right? So now that we know that she's a warrior for real, and Riyo is kind of honing in on tactics, to give her an advantage over this girl that she's fighting, right? And so eventually both of them just decide, hey, look, stop all the toys, the kitty playing around stuff, take the gloves off. We're just throwing straight fisticuffs. These girls start throwing. Right? Like they're going in. Like it reminds me of this is one of the better fights I've seen in the show for real. I definitely was hoping that Zonka and Jabber was going to give this, but they didn't. Riyo definitely gave it, right? And I like Riyo because, I guess she's not quite on Engine's level, but, she's a top performer for sure. She's definitely a level above Zonka. Like even before this, I was peeping that, right? So I mess with old girl. And I mess with her more after this episode for sure. I did not see this coming. Well, I kind of seen it coming. because unfortunately I was spoiled. You know, that's what happens when you are watching the show, you know, like 2 months late, is some of the stuff gets spoiled. So I had seen a still frame of Riyo holding a firearm, right? And so as it gets closer and closer to her actually up in it, I'm like thinking like, is this when it happens? Is this when it happens? Because we did hear, you know, like I said, the episode opened up with Jabber getting shot. So it was kind of in the back of my mind. So unfortunately I was kind of spoiled, but still, family, still. When I tell you Riyo up in the blick, like it changed the show altogether. I felt like I was watching a completely different anime now. Am I tripping because like that was my experience like watching this episode? Like, did somebody else experience like the same type of feeling? Like, it felt like I was watching a completely different anime when she pulled a gun out. Right? Like, we're using vital instruments and, you know, powers, and then Rio's like, nah, I'm actually sick of it. I'm actually tired of it all. And look what I got. and she asked in a weird way too. Like, before she brought it out, she was like, hey, you think like if someone were to scream down here, do you think anybody would hear that? Which is a crazy question, family. If your opponent is asking you that, run. Disengage. Why would they ask you that? Anyhow, so she pulled a gun out. It's over. I mean, this girl's done for. You know, she gets clipped. You know, she's alive, but she's immobile, right? And so Rio's able to move on. And she's the one that shot Jabber too. So she comes and she saves Zonka. Zonka's saved. We're making progress. I mean, it should be, right? That's like 2 victories for the cleaners, right? We're assuming Engine's gonna win his matchup. I mean, Zonka was the L, right? So is Bro and Deer gonna lose to Bundus like in a 2-on-1 matchup? I don't know. We still have a solo cleaner that's looking to get involved somehow. So it seems like we've got an advantage. Except for Rudo. Rudo is at a disadvantage. He's dealing with the leader still. Oh, that's how the episode the lone cleaner and the little boy or girl in the dinosaur suit, she did stumble upon where Rudo is. So hopefully that results in some significant help. You know, I don't know, because that's like a 2-on-2. I don't know. It's still not a good situation for Rudo, if I'm being honest with you. The cleaners in general were at an advantage, but for Rudo, I'm a little nervous. They swapped you know, from where they were starting at first. The manhole raider switched their location. Yes, and then the raider leader. I mean, there's some type of shrine or altar or sacrifice thing here that we're working with, right? He took the boots and he attacked, like the thing grabbed the boots from him. And he said it's the Watchman series, the same as Rudo's gloves and the same as his jacket, his coat, right? Are those all the pieces of the Watchman series? I don't know. I think so. That's kind of how he made it seem. And I don't know what it's going to mean if all these pieces are sacrificed. I really don't know. But that happened. I don't know what's to come of this thing. Is this just going to be like a different type of trash beast, maybe? Maybe. But so anyhow, family, we approaching the conclusion. It's definitely getting intense. All praise is due to the Most High, family. Peace and love. Appreciate you.